Welcome back, time to newcomers. I like to 999. Hopefully this episode we can finish this room and begin the true ending. So let's see what we can do. First thing we're going to need to do is go to this Morse code table thing.
To be honest, I have no goddamn idea what this thing really is. It's probably some kind of radio transmitter.
Alright, Morse code. Let's do this.
Alright, I got the Morse codes I'm supposed to enter. If I do this right, something will happen. I hope. Alright, let's give this a shot.
Alright, so, beep, 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 and beep, and another beep, and another beep, and another beep. Not a cough. And one more beep, and one more beep. Ta-da!
That's the last one, and... Yes!
Excellent work, Junpei. Good job.
Oh, come on, Ace. All we did was look at a piece of paper. Jeez. So easily impressed.
You seem to have figured it out. You've unlocked the drawer.
Oh, is that what we were trying to unlock this whole time? I didn't remember. What is in here? And we have... a red file lay in the drawer. Junpei reached down and picked it up. The cover read, Alice. All ice. Palace. Did that mean... Junpei couldn't hold back. He had to know what was in that file. Each page was covered with strange characters. They looked like tiny drawings of birds, snakes, insects, horns, animals, wings, and even kneeling humans. There were many pages in the file, and each was full of these strange symbols.
What the hell is this?
He didn't realize he'd spoken out loud until Ace looked over at him.
They are hieroglyphs. A form of writing used in ancient Egypt.
Ancient Egypt?
That's right.
Can you read them?
Of course. I can't. What would make you think I could?
What the hell?
Junpei flipped through a few more pages. It wasn't just one or two pages that were covered in strange symbols. Every single page was covered in them. Trying to read them was pointless. Junpei wasn't going to waste any more time with them. He made to close the file. And something fell out. He bent down and picked it up.
A key card.
There was a symbol on it that reminded Junpei of the symbols for the Saturn and Mercury key cards. This one, however, had a dot in the center of the male symbol.
Uranus.
No, it's obviously an unknown. Look at it.
That's the Uranus symbol.
Junpei looked over to see Ace examining the card. In addition to the Uranus symbol, there were 3 words engraved in the card as well. On the lower right, it said Bottom Deck Library. Bottom, Uranus. Okay, I made that joke. Let's move on.
This must be a key to the library on the bottom deck.
So it would seem.
The bottom deck. The library. Junpei remembered something he heard from Seven when they'd been in the chemical closet.
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge, beneath the navel of the gigantic.
Did beneath the navel mean the bottom deck? Did forest of knowledge mean the library? If it did, then was Alice in a room somewhere beyond the library?
What's wrong?
Junpei blinked. Only then did he notice Ace looking at him, curiosity and concern written across his face in equal parts. There was no reason for Junpei to hide his thoughts. He began to explain his theory to Ace. Then he stopped. It wouldn't make any sense if Ace didn't know who Alice was supposed to be. So he told Ace everything June had told him. About the Egyptian priestess. About Ice 9. And finally about the woman who wouldn't melt, who had been recovered from the Titanic disaster. He told him about how she had been called All Ice, which had eventually turned into Alice, and how she had been purchased by an English millionaire that called himself Lord Gourdain.
And how Gourdain had hit Alice somewhere on the ship. And do you think that he hid her in a small room beyond the library on the bottom deck?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess so.
I see.
Ace stared off into the distance, his hand slowly and absent-mindedly stroking his beard. After a few moments, his hand stopped. He turned slowly to look at Junpei, and his brows drew together.
Junpei, have you ever heard of the term CAS?
Cass?
It stands for Cells Alive System. It's an advanced technology for freezing and preserving organic matter. Put simply, it's a technique that allows one to freeze things without the formation of ice crystals. Normally, if you freeze something fresh, water within its cells expands as it crystallizes, damaging the cell membrane. CAS, however, works differently. The object to be frozen is supercooled using magnetic fields, and then frozen instantly and uniformly, giving ice crystals no time to form. It was originally developed for the preservation of food, as an alternative to the normal freezing process. Now, however, there are rumors that it can be used for other things.
What do you mean, other things?
Well, there are obvious medical uses, but perhaps also space travel.
Space travel? Are you serious?
Surely you've heard of suspended animation, cryogenic freezing. It's a fairly common idea in science fiction books and films. People are sometimes frozen for especially lengthy journeys through space.
That was when Junpei understood what Ace was suggesting.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute there.
Ace looked at him and raised an eyebrow.
Are you saying that Alice was frozen using that CAS thing?
Well, I'm sure the possibility is quite low, but it is a possibility. If this special ice you call Ice 9 does indeed exist, and if CAS were used to freeze her into that sort of ice instantaneously.
You think she could be alive?
Well, I can't say for sure, of course. I'm only talking about possibilities. The melting point for Ice 9 is 96 degrees, right? If she were put somewhere where she could reach that temperature...
That's nuts! Are you really saying that she could have defrosted and started walking about?
You're quite right. It does sound unbelievable. But if she had, then we would have an explanation for the man we found dead on the floor.
You mean the guy dressed like a captain?
Yes. He was dead when we found him. Clearly, he was murdered. But if he was murdered, then by who? It couldn't have been one of us. That would be impossible. In order to enter the captain's quarters, one must first open door 1. That door that requires the Earth Key prevented us from accessing door 1. Who was it that opened that door?
Santa and Lotus.
Right. Clearly the two of them could not have opened door 1, or any other door for that matter. Who else then could have done so?
Junpei thought for a second.
No, nobody.
After Santa and Lotus had used the Earth Key, they turned back and met up with Junpei and June, who had just returned to E-Deck. The four of them then proceeded to return to the large hospital room to reunite with A7 and Clover. When Junpei and his team had gone into the shower room, Ace 7 and Clover had been left in the large hospital room, but then they would have been unable to open door 1. Perhaps when Junpei and June had taken the elevator to door 2 then? No, that would have been impossible. They had been gone only 5 minutes. No human being could have run to the captain's quarters, killed the man in there, and run back in 5 minutes.
It would be impossible for any of us to be the murderer. That being the case, who could have killed him? Wouldn't it make sense the killer was someone who had been on the ship for some time? A person like that would know the ship well. They would know the locations of all the hidden passages and secret doors. The numbered doors would mean nothing to someone like that. It would be a simple thing for them to enter the captain's quarters.
Then you're saying the killer was Alice?
It was Junpei's turn to raise an eyebrow. Ace drew his thumb across his lips thoughtfully.
Well, this is only one possible theory.
All ice. Alice. Was Alice indeed somewhere on the ship with them? Junpei had only one clue. The keycard in his hand. It would, he hoped, grant him access to the Forest of Knowledge. But beyond that, what waited for him beyond the Forest of Knowledge? Whatever might be there, however, would have to wait. At the moment, there was nothing Junpei could do. He gripped the keycard tighter and shoved it deep into his pocket. New material's been added to the file screen. Fantastic. Now what is this? Ah, unique key. I see. Alright, so does that mean we can get the freak out of here, maybe? Or does this go to, like, a drawer or something? Let's see. Nope, can only open that drawer. Okay, let's go through here. Can we leave the room?
So, this is the exit, huh? Don't even really have to try this door to know that it's locked. I knew it.
Okay, so let's see. We have the unique key. What do we do with it? Does it go in here?
What's the deal with this? Is this some kind of code? There are 4 rows of numbers and letters. They all start with a 0 and end with 8, F, N, or V, respectively. Maybe this has something to do with the number bases.
What? What does that even mean? Crap, don't make me do a math problem game, please. No math problems. Drawer, there's nothing inside, don't care. Alright. What does this unique key go to, I wonder? Is there something we haven't opened yet? Possibly?
It's probably part of some kind of radio transmitter.
Okay, no. Okay, let's examine this then.
A key with a leather case. It isn't metal. My guess would be ceramic. Junpei, have you found a keyhole that might fit it?
Ceramic? So are they telling me it unlocks a pot or something? That's weird. Crap, and I can't remember either. What about here?
A small table.
Oh, okay, so there's no drawer there. My bad.
A lamp. Nothing to see here.
Lamp, nothing to see here. Okay, what about this?
A camcorder.
It looks like it's pointing at the door.
Well, the power's on.
Why would someone want to videotape a door?
Good question. Alright, so maybe it might just be in the other room. If we look back over here, maybe. No need to mess around with it anymore. Okay. Electronic key, blah, blah, blah. What about, crap, I don't know. Whoops. Ah! Someone who's been watching too much TV. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Where the freak does this go? Door that goes back. No. Old telegraph machine. Let's go click the TVs again. Okay. One of those things that switches. Nothing. Doesn't work. Okay.
Hey, isn't the door on that screen the one right behind us?
You're right.
So whatever that camera sees is sent to the screen in real time.
I wonder if that means something, you know?
Okay, so we got a bunch of numbers. I don't know what they mean. Let's check that, actually. Can we? What is this? No, that's just Morse code again. If we go to the file, check the... What did we just get here? Not escape tips. Let's see, information, numerical system chart. Shoot. Let me think here. So, I haven't a clue. Let's go back. Okay, we're stuck again. I can't believe this. Z on the screen. Yeah. Still nothing in here. There's gotta be something this freaking key goes to. Yada. Okay, don't care about the blood. Now, what about
A
this?
bed. There's nothing in it.
Okay? Whatever it is, it's probably not even in this part that I'm supposed to be. Or, maybe I'm supposed to click on this. Ah! That's where the key goes, probably.
The control panel for the electronic lock. Looks like it's got a keyhole in the bottom right. Maybe the key I got earlier. Sweet! Just had to put the key in, and now it's on.
Junpei, look! There's a minus sign on the screen.
There are 8 of them. That probably means we've got to put in 8 digits.
Do you think you can figure it out?
I think I know what it is. Let's see if I can get it without looking at the sheet. Probably not. Yada. Let's just try and do it, shall we? Okay, alright, let's do this. Ow, shut up. Alright, let's go. Keyhole, blah, blah, blah. Oh, there we go. 8 dashes. Quite, let me do the puzzle, please. Thank you. 8 digit, okay. Alright, here we go. So, Z is 26. E is what? A, B, C, D, E. 5. Okay, E is 5. R is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. Looks like 18. Okay, so R is 18, and O is A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. 15. And? Is that it? No? Odd. Okay. So it must have something to do with the sheet then. Let's see. How do we spell 0 with the sheet? Back to the file real quick. And let's see. Numerical system chart. We've got... Okay, which one is Z? How do you get Z out of this? I don't understand. Here's TV. What? What? I don't get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? What? I don't get it. What does this even, what does this have to do with anything? I'm supposed to spell 0, I know that. But how do I do it? Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, Freak, I don't know. I don't want to be stuck in this room anymore. God dang it. Duh. This tells me nothing. Wait, maybe let's go check the screens again. Maybe they changed or something.
Hey, there's a Z on this one. With the other screens, it spells 0.
I wonder, why is there only 1 letter per monitor? If they wanted to say 0, they really only needed the 1 monitor for that, you know? But why?
Maybe. There's a reason why the letters are displayed individually.
So it's not really 0, it's Z-E-R-O.
Right, well... yeah, I mean, I figured that already, but... Okay, so how do you make a Z? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. TV. Okay. W, X, Y, Z. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. And then let's try. No, I need 2 numbers though. What is it? God dang it! I don't get this crap. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't understand. Screw it. Be right back. Looking up a walkthrough. Don't care anymore. Okay, there have been some bullcrap puzzles in this game, but this is probably one of the worst. You're supposed to do something with hexadecimal code. Where does the game hint that you're supposed to do something with hexadecimal code? Apparently, you're supposed to know just because the freaking letters on the monitor are capital or not capital. So dumb. Well, anyways, and you know, it never explains how to do hexadecimal code either. So what you have to do is, here, let me show you what to do here. So, let's, take this here. And obviously, you have to put, come on. Oh, gotcha. I'm already in here. Okay, so, what you have to do is you have to, get the numerical equivalent of a letter. So, like, Z is 26, and then you divide 8 into that number. So, 8 and 26 is 3 with 11 over 5, which makes 35. Oh, come on! Gotcha, okay, gotcha. Let's just do this. Okay, so the first number is 35. And then you have E, which is, 1, 2, A, B, C, D, E. E is 5, so I guess that's, 8 into 5. I don't, freak. What is it? 8 into 5, 14. Wait. 14? 1 and then 4. I don't understand that. Well, anyways, the next one's 14. I don't get that one. Because you can't divide 8 into 4. That's dumb. Oh, maybe it's like it goes into... I just don't know. I'm just gonna stop trying to figure it out. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. So 18, 8 into 18 is 2 with the remainder of 2. So 22. Is that correct? Yeah, no, 27. Okay, 35, 14, 27. I'm just gonna stop trying to explain it, because I'm just shooting myself in the foot here. Okay, and then O is 24, I guess. Whatever, let's just do it. That's a really stupid puzzle, and if you don't get it, you shouldn't feel bad for yourself, because that is bull. Alright. Anyways, continuing on, time to begin the true ending. Well, the exclusive true ending path, rather.
Yes! It worked!
Dang right it worked, Junpei. Cheating all the way. Yeah, because you couldn't figure it out otherwise in this freaking room.
Good job, Junpei!
Yeah, I cheated. I'm so happy about myself.
Excellent! You seem to have unlocked it. Good work, Junpei.
Alright. Let's go.
You know what? I think I just got it. That 4. 8 goes into 4. I guess it defaults to 1 if it doesn't go in there with the remainder of 4. That's where I get the 14 from. Okay, I get it. Let's leave. Screw this room. On to the true ending. Whee! We found it, and now we're out of this frickin' room. Aw, yeah. They stepped out of the captain's quarters and into another hallway. The hallway stretched out in front of Junpei for a bit before turning left like a great backward L. Junpei rounded the corner and took off down the straightaway. He ran, and ran, and ran. At the end of the hallway was a door. He made straight for it. He was nearly halfway to it when he noticed a piece of paper in the middle of the floor. What was a piece of paper doing in the middle of the hallway? Junpei skidded to a halt. He dropped down his hands and knees and quickly tore the paper off of the floor. Now that he had a chance to examine it more closely, it was clear that it was a map. More specifically, a map of the ship's interior from A deck.
What's wrong?
Ace, slightly slower by virtue of his advanced age, had finally caught up to Junpei. Junpei said nothing, simply showed Ace what he had found. He looked at it long enough to determine what it was and nodded.
I see.
With that, he began running again past Junpei. Junpei shoved the map into his pocket and got up to follow Ace. But something stopped him.
Hey. Where's Clover?
He turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen.
Damn it! What the hell is she up to?
Junpei muttered angrily under his breath and took off back the way he'd come. As he stomped around the corner, he saw her. She was standing in front of the door to the captain's quarters, her hands on the doorknob. As Junpei watched, she closed it, gently and quietly.
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
Clover had unconsciously put her hands over the pockets of her jacket as if trying to hide something.
What the hell is that?
What?
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this? This is a note.
A note?
Yeah. I found it in the pocket of the guy with the captain's clothes. It said something about the darkness of the sinister hand or something.
What the hell? Let me see it.
But Junpei wasn't going to get to see it. From the other end of the hall, he heard Ace's voice.
Hey, Junpei! Clover! What are you two doing? Hurry up!
Clover shrugged.
I'll show it to you later, alright? Come on, we gotta hurry!
Before Junpei could protest, she was gone. Around the corner and off down the long stem of the L. A note? A note. Junpei was curious. But there was something else that bothered him. Her pocket had been bulging far more than it would from just a note. Junpei did his best to convince himself that it would make sense later and ran off after Clover. Junpei pushed through the door and found himself in a large room with a large set of stairs. It was just what he'd expected to see after reading the map. His I see after reading the map itself meant that Ace had probably realized the same thing. Junpei looked around, but Ace was nowhere to be seen. He put his hand on the handrail and leaned over to look down. There he was. And not just Ace. Santa, June 7, and Lotus as well. Junpei and Clover glanced at each other and hurried down the stairs. They reached B deck at the same time.
Junpei! Clover!
June's face was excited. Something had happened. That much Junpei could tell by simply looking at her.
What's up?
Given their situation, he was not inclined to be excited about sudden developments. June, however, couldn't contain herself.
We found it!
Found what?
We found it!
What did you find?
The last door! We found door 9!
What?
Come on, just follow us. We'll explain on the way.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
7 turned and jogged off down the stairs. The rest followed.
We finally made it.
The relief and excitement in her voice echoed what each and one of them felt.
Yeah. It's finally time.
Junpei wasn't quite ready to believe that they'd really done it, at least not just yet. Still, if everyone said that there was door 9, then it probably was. He could feel his heart racing. A mixture of anticipation and fear ran through his veins, and he could feel his legs shaking. He was doing his best to maintain a sense of healthy skepticism, but he couldn't deny that the prospect of escape was an exciting one. But there was one thing he couldn't get off his mind. The numbered door could only accommodate between 3 and 5 people. There were 7 of them on their way to door 9. That meant that even in the best case scenario, there would be 2 of them who would have to stay behind. 2 people. He didn't have any solutions to that problem yet, but he was desperately hoping one would present itself. Junpei looked over at the clock. The hands indicated that it was 4:30. They had 90 minutes before their time was up.
Hey! Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up!
Santa's voice jolted Junpei out of his reverie.
Let's go, Jumpy!
June took off down the stairs, jogging as quickly as she could. Junpei followed. As a group, they piled onto the elevator and rode impatiently down to E-Deck.